Expectations? Expectations. Watch.
Ba, ba.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Juma Mubarak. Shout out, brothers and sisters. This is Preacher Moss, the host of the S.O.S show. I hope everybody enjoyed that. That's one of my favorite Bobby McFerrin clips. I wanted to go. I thought about having him sing or showing a clip of him singing Don't Worry, Be Happy, but I didn't want to do it. That piece that he does is probably one of the most underrated pieces. Yeah, probably one of the most important pieces he ever did in terms of expectations. And it was at a science convention, if you will, a science conference. And he talked about how neurons work. And it was just funny that he could introduce a space and a sound. And even he can, based on that space and sound, he can have people do predictive behavior, what a sound was going to look like. It's amazing. If you want to see it, just look up Bobby McFerrin. It is, it's an amazing piece of work. Now, I have a couple things going on here. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the shout out. I want to say elders, if you will. You know who you are. Miss Eleanor, my father, my mom, my aunt. I was late with the link today. So before you jump on me, I was late with the link today. So I held up the show a little bit to make sure everybody got their link. You know, when your daddy goes, hey, boy, send me the link. I was like, damn, I didn't send it to the chief rocker, but I got it to him. Pops, I hope you're watching the show. And again, it was a busy day. I forgot. It's on me. It's not on anybody else. It's on me. So that being said, this is, one of those TGIF days. Thank God it's Friday, because you don't want to go back to Thursday. You want to go to Friday, and you want to go forward to Saturday and Sunday. Listen, brothers and sisters, today is a theme, if you will. You know, Friday Funnies. If you ever been in a situation, brothers and sisters, where you say, man, I am in trouble, and somehow you take it upon yourself, in your creative genius or your creative madness or your creative disillusionment to come up with options and ideas to get yourself out of a jam. And sometimes the option that you chose was worse than the problem it actually was. We're going to get to that in a minute. Let me welcome anybody who's coming to the Shout Out Show for the first time. Thank you for coming on the show. This is not just my platform. It is your platform. It is not my platform. This is our community, the Shout Out Show community. And we're glad that you poked in and decided to hang out with us. It means a lot. So, if you're coming on the first time, I always say click the link for subscription. You know, we're trying to grow our little base. Hit the notification button. Hit the bell if the notification button, or hit the like with the little thumbs up. There's a science to that. We talked about that on the show before. But I want everybody to be comfortable with being comfortable here on the Shout Out Show. What I mean is, get in the comment section. Get in on the show. We pride ourselves on having people come on the show and they're a part of the show. Now, I'm not trying to intimidate you, but there are people in the comment section. They are professional Shout Out Show family members. They are professional Shout Out Show soldiers. I have labeled them stars in the building. Listen to me, stars in the building. And it's about to get crazy up here. It's about to get crazy. I'm going to tell one of my most embarrassing moments, brothers and sisters, here in just a little bit. I'm going to tell you one of my most embarrassing moments and some of the worst solutions that I came up with on an embarrassment moment. Okay. So before I get in that, let me introduce my Shout Out Show family. First of all, we got Sister Reed, who is the craft services director. She is the show dietitian. So I normally send a picture, brother and sister. I normally send a picture. I was going to send you a picture, but I'm not going to do a picture today. I'm showing you what your brother's going to be eating today as soon as the show is over. So it might be a short show. Let me tell you what we got here. We got homemade potato salad. And see right here. This is fried fish. Yeah. So everybody, this is halal. So I got potato salad. You know it's good potato salad. You know what it is? Because it's got the boiled egg in the middle. That's legitimate. This is some of my favorite potato salad. Reed, the only person who can make comparable potato salad or killer potato salad is my father. I'm just telling you, it's not a thing. It's not nepotism. It's not favoritism. The man can make potato salad. Okay? He can make potato salad, get off heroin. And this potato salad is pretty close too. We got the spinach going. To move all of this food I'm going to be eating, you got to have a diuretic to move it out of your system. And we got fish here, brothers and sisters. Look at this fish. Look. I shouldn't eat on the show. I'm going to show discipline. It is close to my mouth though. It is close to me. I'm going to put this down because this is wrong. I'm going to put the aluminum foil on it. And for all you young kids out there, when you use the microwave and heat up your food, doggone it, dummy, take off the aluminum foil. Y'all been tearing up microwaves for 25 years. Okay, let me put the top back on this thing. I know I shouldn't have showed the food, but I showed the food. Because y'all think sometimes I show you a picture that there's no food coming. Okay, you saw that. All right, so listen, I'm going to get to the show here in a minute. I hope you don't mind. We have it like that. This is what kind of show it is. So let me go through. Reed, thank you for the food and the hookup. Appreciate you. Sister Sultana is my consultant producer. She makes the world go round in terms of the Shout Out Show orbit. Things happen. And Sister Star, I need to talk to you after the show, if you will, briefly. But I just want everybody to know that this is a wonderful day. I'm having a good day, brothers and sisters. And I'm not going to give you a new movie review, but if you get a chance, if you have Amazon Prime, the new movie Coming to America came out today. Go see that movie. Support it. I watched it today. That movie was amazing. It didn't let me down. I mean, I'm going to give some props to Eddie Murphy and all the actors. Big shout out to my man Rodney Perry in Atlanta. Rodney, I saw you in the film. I'll talk to you about it. Maybe we get you on the Shout Out Show. Rodney Perry, a longtime veteran comedian. It's good to see you, boy. It's good to see you. Boy, you look old, too. I know that wasn't makeup. All right. And Juma Kareem to you, too, Sister Sultana. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And Sister Reed wants to give a shout-out again. She's feeling fabulous. She's driving. She's up. She's moving around. She's mobile. She got that bounce again. You see, she bought the food here, and she was probably eating this shit right here. See right here? Look, y'all don't need to go to emergency care. Just go to Reed's house and get some of this air fried fish. That's what you need to do. All right. And if you're waiting for me to give you some food and you go on the way urgent, don't come past my house. You'll be singing Swing Low, Sing Cherry. They ain't going to be here much longer. All right. So, I want to give a shout out to Sister Ika coming on the show all the way from Indonesia. I always get the time zone ready, mixed up. So, it's actually 6:11 her time. 6:11. So, I got it right now. All right, Sister Ika, thank you so much for coming on the show. And here we go. My main man, Altaf, all the way from Toronto. What's going on, Altaf, man? When you come to the States, man, come see me, brother. Come hang out. And we'll get Reed, we'll pay Reed to cook some food, man. We just sit here and raise our cholesterol levels and our blood sugar together. How about that, brother? Thank you so much for coming on the show. And this man comes on the show every day. Every day. When we had our 300 show, he came on and we got the vibe with him. We hope everything's going well with you, brother. You know, we appreciate you. I just want you to know that. Hey, Pop, she got a shout out from Ree. She said, go, Dad. Go, Dad. My Pop, you know, I mean, I'm going to tell you something. He can make some, he'll make some potato salad that you will fight over. And we have fought over it as family members. I'm just saying. Got my sister all the way from across the pond. We have Sister Jasmine Fruit. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Sister Jasmine. And again, we appreciate your contribution to helping humanity with Islamic help and going out there and reaching the needy where they need to be reached. We appreciate you. Look at Ree, eat your food. Ree, I can't eat and talk at the same time. Now, I'm getting ready to tell some embarrassing, revealing stuff here. I got to be, you want me to eat on the show, catch a case of itis, and the show going to be 3 hours long because I would have fallen asleep. See, that's what I'm talking about. Look, you got some, there you go. Got some love for your food there. All right, Sister Jasmine, good to hear Ree is out and about. That's what I'm talking about. U.S. time changing back in about a week. Yes, indeedy. All right. So we got everybody in here, and I tell everybody, feel free to jump in. If you want to laugh, feel free to laugh. You know, this is all my experience, and it starts out this way, brothers and sisters. A lot of times when I'm traveling, I have a routine, and my routine is pretty simple. I don't really pack the night before. What I do is I pack really close to the time when I have to get up. Or I leave myself an hour to get up, pack. That way in my mind, I think I have everything. Now, on this particular time, brothers and sisters, I don't know what happened. I couldn't get to sleep. And I had to fly to Louisville. Now, here's the kicker. I was doing this school that was in the middle of nowhere in Kentucky. Hear me now. In the middle of nowhere in Kentucky, which meant I would have to fly into Louisville, Kentucky, and drive about 210 miles to this school. It's down around the border, I think, of West Virginia. Then I would have to drive back. So about 3 hours over, about 3 hours back. I'm a veteran. Normally, this is no problem. On this particular day, I'm sleep deprived. All right? So it's only like a day right when I'm getting into this thing about not trying to take too much stuff. So I wake up this particular day. I'm not paying attention. I'm just throwing stuff in my bag. All right? I'm just throwing stuff in the bag. I'm throwing in the bag, t-shirt, check. Toothbrush, check. Brush, check. Socks, check. Shirt, check. I'm good, right? look at Sultana. You mess up when you said, I don't pack the night before. All right, Sultana, it gets worse. So I wake up this morning about 3, 4 in the morning. I didn't get any sleep before. For some reason, I couldn't sleep, so I'm up, but I'm not really up. I'm awake, but I'm not necessarily cognitively at full force, you know what I'm saying? So I'm packing, throwing stuff, like I said. Listen, shirts. I got my shirts, bam. I got my socks, bam. Toothbrush, bam. Brush, bam. Lotion, bam. I got it all. Computer, bam. I got it all. Listen to me, computer, bam. Books, bam. I got the contract, bam. I got everything, right? I got snacks. Bam. Put it in there. Get to Louisville. Trying to make Juma in Louisville. I know the mosque is actually relatively close to the airport. But I told you, I get off the plane now. Guess what happened? I got sleep on the plane. I slept the whole way to Louisville. I get off the plane. I'm like, this is what I'm going to do, but I'm not clear-minded. I'm going to make what do. I'm going to get my computer. I'm looking at my phone. I'm going to go to the Zakat app or what is it? I can't remember it. It's a Islamic Finder app. And this is what I'm doing. I'm going to find the masjid, get my rental car. Bam, I got it all worked out. What happens? This is what I said. All right, got my phone, put my phone down. I make absolution. I make wudu. I walk out. Did you hear what I said? Put my phone down. I make absolution, wudu, and I walk out. What you didn't hear is I picked up my cell phone and walked out. This is what happened. The cell phone was just for there a minute, and somebody stole it. All right. So this trip, I landed in Louisville on Friday. I have to do this college in Kentucky on Saturday. It's not off going well. So I spend all of Friday, brothers and sisters, having to get another phone. It's a headache. If you ever want to feel like you back in the 70s, lose your phone. Don't have your computer. Just lose your phone. And try and get around on maps and people's advice and directions. It's scary. So I'm all in my feelings about my phone. I get up the next day. I'm like, this is going to be a better day. I'm like, I'm doing stuff. I finally get my rest. And I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? Before I go to this college, I'm going to work out. Now, here it is, brothers. I normally work out early in the morning, but I slept. So now I'm going to get up and work out. Okay, brothers and sisters, the workout is going well. I'm on the treadmill. I'm working out. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting my sweat in, and I can feel it. I am drenched. I'm like, oh, yeah, I am doing my thing, brothers and sisters. And here's what happened. I go to take a shower. I shower up. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to make this thing happen. I'm going to go drive over to the school. No problem. Here's what the problem was. I come out of the shower. I dressed up. Got my lotion on. Got my socks on. Remember I told you guys in that morning when I packed my stuff? Got my shirts, I got my socks, got my t-shirt, got my toothbrush, got my lotion, got my computer, got my socks. What you didn't hear was, I got my drawers. I left my drawers at home. And I didn't have any underwear. And I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. And the only clean pair of underwear I had, I just sweated through on a treadmill. Now I'm thinking maybe I could hand wash them but I couldn't. So I got no draw. So this is where it gets worse when you think you come up with a solution. I'm sorry, people. I've been raised with underwear. And no knock to anybody else. I've been raised with underwear. There's got to be something between my jeans and me. So I told you I was tired. So I'm like, I'm creative. I'm going to make it happen. I had no underwear. But for some reason, I had a lot of t-shirts. I'm not a big guy. So in my mind, I'm like, you know what? Improvise. So I took a t-shirt and I put them on like drawers. I put the t-shirts on like drawers. And I tied them up. Oh, you can't say that, Reed. You can't say that. So I put my t-shirt on as drawers and tied them up. And I'm like, this is no problem. I get to where I'm going. It's a bunch of shops. I'll jump off. I'm going to go ahead and get myself some underwear, but let me get out and get going. Sound simple? Yeah. Did I tell you I hadn't had a lot of sleep? Did I tell you that I just forgot my drawers? Did I tell you I'm at the point in time where I'm going to take a t-shirt, a clean t-shirt, and put my leg through one arm and another arm, pull them up and tie them, and treat the t-shirt as drawers? I'm wearing a man pamper, a t-shirt pamper, brothers and sisters. Not a diaper, but a pamper. So I'm like, oh, no problem. I'm going to go ahead. I got my money, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to stop at Ross for less. I'm going to get a package of underwear. No problem. I drive about 150 miles, 160 miles. Now I'm driving an SUV. I don't like SUVs because basically they burn up gas. So I'm like, I'm going to have to get gas on the way back. No problem. I go to the gas station. I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and fill this up now. So when I leave Kentucky, when I leave my gig, I come back, I don't have to stop. Brothers and sisters, I'm looking around. God dang it, I done left my wallet at the hotel. I only had $18. Now I got to choose between gas and draws. Gas and draws. And I'm like, I want draws, but if I run out of gas, it's not going to matter that I have clean underwear if I got to walk 100 miles. So I chose the gas. And I mean, you mean I got to do a show in a t-shirt. A t-shirt that I've turned into a diaper. And I've got to wear this the whole way over to this gig and back. Round trip about 460 miles. Now let me give a shout out to my brother. Because JT's been with me on some cables. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, brother. How you doing? Glad you made it. Mr. Noise, what's going on, Sean? Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good to see you, sir. So basically, let me run it down for you. I have a gig. I realized at some point in time during this day before I go to the gig that I don't have any underwear. I'm a creature of habit. I refused to go buy underwear because it was too close to the time I had to leave. I didn't want to be late. Let me get going. I'm saying to myself, improvise. So I take a t-shirt, flip it upside down, put my legs through it, and I turn my t-shirt into a pamper. I'm driving thinking I'm going to stop on the way, get some underwear. I can't do that because I left my money, my wallet, in the hotel. Now I'm worried because I'm thinking if a cop pulls me over, not only will I not have a license, but I'm going to be standing there with a t-shirt fashioned as Pampers, as a diaper. And I'm like, I don't want to put up with this because I'm probably going to go to jail and I'm probably going to be sitting there in that t-shirt that looks like a diaper. It's just not a good look. All right. Long story short, I finally do the gig. I make it back. The store I wanted to go to was closed. So there I am. Finally, when I get back, I find a 24-hour Walmart. And the drawers they had, they weren't man drawers. They were like kids' drawers. They were like kids' underwear, like you a big kid with a thyroid problem. And I'm like, you know what? I need some drawers to take home just to be on the plane. So there I was. Bought a pair of SpiderMan Underwear for $8.99 because they come 3 in a pack. Just to fly home safely. Moral of the story, when you pack, check everything off. But most importantly, make sure you have your wallet and make sure you have your drawers. Look at Sean said, imagine you in lockup. Looking like hey, Sean, I'm looking like I'm looking like Sir Nose devoid of funk. Yeah, but I was auditioning for the Parliament band. All right. So that was a message in that, brothers and sisters, which is, if you have a significant other, before you let them out of the house, just say, baby, I love you, but do you have your drawers? That's all it is. There it is. That's the end of the story. Like, it's just, even Sister Jasmine's laughing at me. look at Sultana. Okay. I'm going to tell one of the most famous stories that you never heard. It is a funny one. Hey, Sean, this is a DC story. So when I first get out of college, I'm doing all kind of jobs. You know how you graduate and it's like, yo, you're gonna get a job. You send your resume out to people. People don't tell you that when you send your resume out to a bunch of people, there are a lot of other people that have sent their resume out years before you. So don't feel special getting rejected. So at some point in time, I'm down on my luck. I'm not really, I'm not doing well. At one point, I was doing videotaping of equestrian sports. That's how bad it got for your boy. I was taping people on horses, and it wasn't working out because I don't like. The horses are nice up close, but I can't be around them all day long because they stink. They do horse stuff. So my late uncle Reginald Moss, may Allah be pleased with him. He said, "Man, I'm gonna get you a job." So he got me a job at this place called Calorama 2 Group Home. It's on 16th and T in Washington, D.C. 16th and T Street, Washington, D.C. Northwest. Now, I started out on the midnight shift. Now, this is how I used to get it back then. I would work the midnight shift, which was like 12 to 7. And then I would work a construction job. It was like 9 to 5. And then I would sleep and wake up and go do the job. I'd be falling asleep on my shovel. But that's my hustle. Okay, so I started out on the midnight shift. There was a guy named Leon Graves. He was the group home director. I don't even know how he got the job. I don't know how Leon got the job. I'm like, I don't know who he had to shoot or poison or threaten to get this job. But none of us is qualified to be dealing with kids. Okay, so I had a guy. I am not lying to you. The guy I worked with, his name was Moulton. Now, I knew it was going to be a problem working with Moulton because we were working with kids who were, they were from the court system. They were adjudicated youth. They were in the group home. A lot of them were dealing with legal problems. So I get introduced to the kids at the same time Moulton gets introduced to the kids. So it's two new guys on the late shift. Moulton goes to these kids. I don't know how you're going to take it, but let's be honest. I don't like kids. And he goes, I definitely don't like trouble kids. I'm like, dude, the kids are right here. He goes, I don't like kids. And he goes, if you want any problems, don't give me any problems. So I'm like, this is not going to work out because we're working on midnight shift. So let's just say the relationship did not go well. And on this particular night, about 4 months on the job, I came in to work about 11:45. Moulton would get there early because somebody dropped him off where he lived close. I go upstairs to the office. The door to the office is locked. Brothers and sisters, locked. Emanating from the door, about, I want to say 11 feet, is nothing but shoes. Nothing but shoes. And the kids on the other side going, I hear them, if he comes out, we're going to kill him. I hope he comes out. I want to kill him. So they made a song called We Want to Kill Him to a go-go beat. We want to kill him. We want to kill him. We want to kill him. And I'm like, that's horrible, but it has a good beat. So I tell them you can't kill Moulton. We need to be going on here, but it can't happen. Come get your shoes. So the kids all get their shoes, brothers and sisters. So I tell Moulton, you maybe this job isn't for you. Maybe you're not a kid person. So here's the fun part. We get a phone call. It's one of the kids. He's supposed to be home from his weekend visit. He's not home. He lost his bus pass. He can't get back from Southeast Washington. And I'm like, wow, that's tough. So I call. Look. Oh, that packed the week before. Thank you, Ree. Thank you. I'm not going to say anything because you gave me delicious food. So we get a call to have to go get this kid. So the director, Miss Cunningham, says, I'm going to come in and watch the kids. You go get Curtis. Basically, she was saying, I don't want to get Curtis. So she shows up. And I'm getting ready to go. And she goes, why aren't you taking Moulton? I said, because there's too many problems. She goes, no, both of you need to go. Take Moulton. All right. So we're driving over to Southeast Washington. at something about 2 o'clock in the morning. This is like in the height of the crack wars. This is like 1988. Not a good scene. So we're going through the neighborhood. It's a place in Southeast called Varney Street. Now, Varney Street at the time was an open market drug. It was an open air drug market. Let's call it. At night, it was open. It was open air. During the day, it was open air. So Curtis lives on a corner, and all of a sudden, we have to go into the house to get him. Now, this was before you didn't have cell phones, so we had to call from the corner payphone to let him know that we were going to come. He gave us the building number. We get there. I'm scared to death. I'm like, we're going to the building. It's dark. This is an open air drug market. Nobody knows us. We're not here to buy crack. I'm not feeling good about any of this. So I tell Moulton, I said, look, don't take it wrong. I said, I don't want to be here with you. You're bad luck. You're snake eyes. You're 13. Your horseshoe turned out the wrong way. I said, you crack in the back and step on a crack and break your mother's back. That's you, Moulton. That's you. When you walk around town, there's a cloud over your head dropping rain. He said, so what are you trying to tell me? I said, look, man, this is the deal. We're going to go get this kid. I don't want any problems. We're going to go get this kid. He said, look. I said, look around. I said, dude, this is a crack house. We're going to go up. We're going to get this kid, get in the car, drive back to Northwest. No problem. Do you get it? He goes, yeah. I said, repeat it back. He goes, we're going to get this kid. We're going to go up here. Like the same thing. Get the car, drive back to Northwest. Perfect. Bam. Now, these steps to this place, they curved. They didn't go straight up, but they wound around. So you couldn't see around the corner. So I'm uncomfortable. So Curtis is on the 3rd floor. So we go past the 1st floor. 2nd floor. Moulton goes, stop. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, stop. I'm like, what's the problem, Moulton? He goes, I got us. I said, you got us what? He goes, I got us. And he lifts his shirt, and in the band of his sweatpants is a .22 caliber pistol. He goes, in case there's any problems. I said, Moulton, what were you hoping to do with a .22 caliber pistol? I said, they have AKs, they have 9mm, they have 45s, they got 38s. I said, what were you thinking, brother? I said, why didn't you just come with a Springfield? I said, why don't you just take the bullets and throw it at the people you're trying to shoot? Because that'd be more effective than you trying to shoot that thing. So I said, look, let's go back down. So I made him put the gun back in the car. We go back up. I said, Moulton, I've had it with you, brother. We're going to go in here. I said, don't say anything. Don't ask any questions. Whatever you see, just shut up. We're trying to get there. That's right. He bought a pea shooter. Oh, you're going to love this one, Sean. So we get to the door. I bang on the door. It just opens. I don't want to go in. I know it's crack smoking going on. I said, I don't want to go in. You know, even though it's crack smoking, people have a right to their own residence. You know, I'm trying to, and now I'm thinking like a Muslim, right? You know, don't go into a person's house unless you're invited. What's a crack house? We probably never get invited. So I yell out. I said, Curtis. He goes, yeah. I go, it's Mr. Moss and Mr. Moulton. He goes, yeah. I said, get your stuff. We're going to stand over here. Get your stuff. We'll wait for you. He goes, Mr. Moss, come in, though, so I can see you. I'm like, So we go in. We're standing there. I said, Curtis, hurry up. Now, people, it's pitch dark. All you can see the door of where the light, like the outline of the light by the door, is a closed door. That's all you can see. And I'm getting nervous. I'm nervous, one, because we're in the middle of a crack house. It's about 2:30 in the morning, Southeast Washington, on Varney Street. And I got a man here who thought it was wise to bring a .22 caliber pistol, as Sean said, a pea shooter. Now, if you ever had to go around drug markets or people who do a lot of dope or addicts, it's never pretty. And in most cases, it's actually pretty weird. So we're sitting here, standing here. I'm like, hurry up, Curtis, because I'm getting nervous. Hurry up, Curtis. He's like, all right, hold on, give me a minute. Out of nowhere, another door opens. And this guy walks out with a tank top on, boxer drawers, and fuzzy pink slippers. And the tank top is I know at one point in time it was white, but it's like 50 shades of brown right now. And the guy's tweaking. Now, the interesting thing is, outside of the boxer drawers, the pink slippers, and the tank top, he's got a spatula. Like this. And I'm sitting here, and I'm looking at Moten, I'm looking at myself, and I'm looking at him with the spatula, and I'm like, this can't end well. So the guy's got the spatula. We're not saying anything. It's dead silent. He just turns around and he goes, anybody want a grilled cheese sandwich? Moten, what kind of cheese? I'm like, didn't I just tell you to shut up? Case in point, though, we got Curtis. We didn't eat the grilled cheese sandwich, and we managed to get back in one piece. But that's my story for getting out of jams. So, what are your two lessons here? Number one, wherever you go, make sure you got your drawers in your wallet. And number two, if you ever find yourself in the middle of a crack house, thank God you're not there with Moten. All right, brothers and sisters. So let me give some quick shout outs to our sponsor. Want to make sure we give a shout out for BeFinancialIndependent.com. Again, that's BeFinancialIndependent.com. If you don't have a computer like Moten, you can call 1-800-679-3175. Again, that's 1-800-679-3175, brothers and sisters. And that is to speak to Miss Maxine Cage. She is the Harriet Tubman of financial advice, leading people out of the debt of slavery. There you go, brothers and sisters. But listen, you guys have been great. I hope you had some fun. And listen, if you ever find yourself and you're a little sad, you're a little down, maybe things aren't going right, you're a little blue, possibly depressed. Just imagine a grown man walking around in a t-shirt like it's a diaper. Listen, you guys have been great. I hope to see you tomorrow. If not, take a break. Maybe I'll see you guys, inshallah, I might see you guys on the weekend, You know how we get it on the weekends? But listen, I appreciate you. And if I haven't said I appreciated you enough, then if I haven't said it once, I haven't said it enough. I appreciate you. I want all of you guys, sisters and brothers. Let me show you this food again. Because I'm fitting to have a good weekend early right here. Ooh, look at that right there. This food right here makes you have an accent that's not there. Look at that. Ooh, look at that right there. See, old black men, when they see food like this, they don't even use words. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at that. So, thank you again, Ree. It looks delicious. Take a picture of it, people. Won't be here tomorrow. So, listen, appreciate you. Big Sean, thank you for coming on the show, brother. Everybody, appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend, at least a Friday leading into a Saturday and Sunday. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Preacher Mars, shout out show. Remember your draws. Hey everybody, this is your brother Preacher Moss. Listen, I hope that you enjoyed your shout out show experience. We'll be back with the next show, the next shout out show. A simple ask before you go, please help your brother out. Click that subscribe button, click that notify button, and I'll see you again on this side of the microphone. You probably wonder what that smell is. That's me. I smell good. And the reason I smell good is because I use oils from Tarif Attar. So I'm not saying you can't smell good. I'm not even saying you stink. I'm saying you have the opportunity to smell exquisite. Check out TarifAttar.com for some of the best oils and scents in town.